Okay, hello guys. So I'm going to do the questions for the review sheet for chapter 8. So the first question says there are 13 grams of metal at 68 degrees Celsius and are placed in 13 grams of water at 18 degrees Celsius. And the final temperature was 23 Celsius. So they are asking for the specific heat capacity of the metal. Okay, so to finish this question and be able to do the calculations, we need to understand that these two equations are very different from each other. So what they want from us, the question, is the specific heat. If the question says specific heat, this is the equation that you will most likely use. This one is mostly for a whole reaction. This is more for a specific substance that they want you to look for. So this has a trick. You cannot use this one because you have two substances in the same place, let's say. So we're gonna use this equation. So Q of the metal is equal to negative Q of H2O. So we know that Q is already MC delta T, so we can place Q in each of the sides of the equation. So let's do that. Okay, so if you're asking what is the teacher going to give you as constant, she will give you this equation even though you don't need it, but she won't give you this one. So be sure to be mindful of that. So in my equation I have this, so MC delta T of water and of metal, and then the negative sign. So what is the question asking you? So they are asking you for the specific heat of metal. A specific heat is known to be the C in the MC delta T. So they want this one. Okay, so we want to put this alone and move these two to the other side. So let's do some algebra. Okay, so I finished with my calculation. So what I did is just divide the mass of metal and the T of metal by both sides. So these will cancel to leave C metal alone, and I will have this equation. Okay, so now we can plug in numbers. So C metal is equal to negative the mass of water that we're given. So the mass of water is 13 grams. The C of H2O, so the specific heat, the professor is gonna give it to you on the test as constant. So the C of water is 4.18 joules over grams degrees Celsius. And then delta T, which is final minus initial, so final minus initial of water. So 23 minus 18C over the mass of metal that we're given, so it's 13. And then the delta T of the metal. So it's gonna be final, so 23 minus I'm sorry. So it's gonna be 23 minus 68. All right. So if you do that, the top is going to be 271.7, and the bottom is gonna be negative 5.585. Sorry. Okay. And you're gonna get 0.46 joules over grams degrees Celsius. So that's your answer. And if you're asking why is joules over grams degrees Celsius, it's because here we have grams, we cancel grams, and here we will have a number and degrees Celsius. So these are gonna cancel with the bottom. So on the top we will have joules, and on the bottom we will have grams and times Celsius. So that is just the bottom.